but who had probably been impressed by the fact that the small Swiss order lived by the simple rules of St. Benedict, insisted upon autonomy, and would never appeal for any funds. It was Mother Clotilde who crossed the Atlantic to establish the order, and within 2 years the abbey had gained 18 American sisters. This, however, proved to be its peak year. In those early days, a primitive septic tank was a recurring problem, and Mother Clotilde made the mistake of digging it out personally with the help of Sister Emma. Both sisters succumbed to serum hepatitis within the week. No new sisters came to join them, and the remaining 17 survived the passing years by sewing altar cloths, printing their small devotional magazine called Reflections, growing their own vegetables, and baking and selling bread. It was the bread that saved them. Quite suddenly, in 1968, it became a gourmet item in the nearest community, due entirely to something called health foods, which the sisters found incomprehensible. And now, each morning, promptly at 6:30, one of Mr. Armisbrook's vans arrived to carry away 60 loaves of freshly baked bread, 30 of which went to his delicatessen in northern Bridgemont, and 30 to his shop in Bridgemont Corners. It was on the heels of this modest solvency that news came of the property bequeathed to them by a total stranger named Joseph Moretti. "Did he really like our bread so much?" asked Sister Hyacinth, in whose mind one miracle was connected with another. "We have no idea," confessed the abbess. "The lawyer, Mr. Chirpin, is kindness itself about describing the property and sending maps, but he flatly ignores all my questions about Mr. Moretti. Since so few people know of our existence, it's all very puzzling." Sister John said promptly, "How do we get to New York State without any money?" She had a practical mind that went at once to the point. It was to Mr. Armisbrook, a Lutheran, that they took this problem, and Mr. Armisbrook listened attentively over a cup of alfalfa tea while the abbess explained the facts of the legacy. There were not only the 150 acres, she pointed out, but there was the house, too, which was thought to be furnished. An inventory would be necessary. Land was something that Mr. Armisbrook understood at once. "How much money have you for the trip?" The abbess turned to Sister Maria, who said without hesitation, $19.63. Mr. Armisbrook considered the situation, aware of 17 pairs of eyes watching him. The solution, he said at last, was quite simple. If one of the sisters would learn how to drive, and if they would consider increasing the number of loaves they baked to 70, he would be glad to lend them one of his bright red Armisbrook delicatessen delivery vans. If they would also put in a word for his family in their daily prayers, Mr. Armisbrook was a man who liked to cover all his bets, he would throw in a full tank of gas and make a contribution of $25 to the order. The sisters were delighted by such a rain of miracles after years of drought. Driving lessons were subsequently given Sister Hyacinth by the delivery boy. Mr. Armisbrook's van was packed with 5 loaves of bread, baked fresh every day at the Abbey of St. Tabitha, with 2 bedrolls, a shovel, a flashlight, a box of Sister Hyacinth's healing herbs, a soup kettle, a few books, and the deed to the Moretti property. On the 6th day of July, the sisters lined up along the driveway under the maple trees to wave goodbye to Sisters John and Hyacinth. The van pulled away, narrowly missing a sycamore and tumbling a post in the fence as it turned into the main road. "Benedicamus Domino," said the abbess. "Deo gratias," responded the sisters. Chapter 1. Sister Hyacinth was as dark as Sister John was fair, given to small superstitions, a certain amount of brooding that drew her brows together frequently, and a tendency to expect the worst. There was Indian blood in her background,